But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now.
At the 32-yard line.
On play action, now Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Nice job there, forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Rodgers to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the 1st.
Agreed. Anytime you can force him to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the 1st down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now run straight ahead and roll.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the give, it's Warren.
Dancing away at the 35.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 6.
Go over here. 630.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
A handoff for Warren. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
26.
Here's Rodgers. And it is caught. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Box and box, 319.
They'll run here with Gainwell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
630.
Throwing is Rodgers. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers 7, Ravens nothing. Chris Boswell in the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
88. Yeah, Liz.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This a 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Warren. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
58. Right now, you got 58.
Now Rodgers. This is into the hands of Metcalf. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
319 inside.
Rodgers going to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's Jackson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Pass incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
319. Wide left. 319.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Hey, check 26, 258. Cat 300. Cat 300.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Short one there with Freiermuth. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Draymond Jones able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at the play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
First down. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Baltimore.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Henry will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Now Jackson going to throw on 3rd and goal. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
Well, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now it's Rodgers. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Green 8, coming 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, take 26.
Rodgers again now. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
From the gun, a give the game well. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Gainwell. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw is Rodgers. That's caught right side. It's Warren.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll. but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
26. 58.
Now Rodgers. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Washington now to return it. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
He's got Henry.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Jackson to throw. Jackson going to keep it.
And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing. Jackson.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
The clock reading 40 seconds. Here's 2nd and 10. No.
You are X.
Now Jackson.
Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Here it is, 4th and inches.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Green 18. Hey, take 26.
Rodgers to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
One final try now for Rodgers. He's going to let it fly.
This ball intercepted. And the Ravens are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.
One thing about Madden, everybody picked the same team.
It's a venue and a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go from Lambeau. Emmanuel Wilson to return it. He'll head it bounds on the return.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10.
Set, red, set.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Derek Harmon, the former Oregon Duck, making that stop.
A gain of a yard.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Come on, set. 45, wide. Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. His first throw is an interception. Kyle Tucker makes the play. And the Steelers get the football on the first turnover of the contest. How quickly things can change, huh? From kickoff to now, already looking at an entirely different picture, Brock. They get the interception, and they're going to take over in perfect position to score our first points.
You know, we talk about scripting for offense all the time, but flip it around. That could not be a better script for this defense, not just to get a stop, but to take the ball away and now set your offense up for success.
They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers parlay the interception into points.
Okay, you know what a run like that does for everybody? For the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense. It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Wilson with a return here. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
Packers getting set here. First and 10.
Cut, cut.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, second and 10 once again from the 20. Back to the air. Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Let's go now. Set.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Pocket isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Oof, best of luck here, guys. It's 4th and pretty far.
Here we go. Ready.
They are going for this. It's Love. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right? 2 drives in, you still can't get your game plan at all. Not a series you're going to keep ending prematurely. You don't want to be playing behind schedule right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves.
To the air on first down. Rogers. Into the hands of Pat Fryerly. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
319.
Warren running between the tackles. Middle was crowded, so he found some daylight outside. Look at that. That's a 9-yard gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Off play action. Here's Rogers. He brings it in. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Rogers from the gun. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
The tackle by Nate Hobbs. A gain of 7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. It's Steelers ball as we return for the second, and they have to be thinking points here.
258.
Warren. Ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, 2 sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
They want the touchdown on 4th and goal. They're going for it from the 3. They'll go for it. Rogers. And he won't come through on 4th and goal. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Looking quickly here.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
It's a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Love on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And how is that for some breathing room, huh, Brock? Gets him away from the goal line up to the 20. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
At the 20-yard line.
Ready.
Jacobs running behind center. And they sense it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
The 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
Now Love on the play fake. He's got a man left. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Okay.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Love out of the shotgun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Set. 50. Green. Set. Cut.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers nearly take it back for a pick 6, but he's stopped at the very last moment. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal.
319. Look again.
Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Look at the 8.
Back to Warren. And this time he gets in for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Wilson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Play action. Love. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Packers trying to hurry to the line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And this is taken ahead to the 37. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Love from the gun. Absolutely fires this one right side. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare. 4 big games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offense coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
319.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. They get to him after a small pickup to the 35. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Look at the 8.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21.
Packers nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. We'll sit with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
Come on, set. 10 black. Ready.
He'll throw it. Man downfield, he's got it. That's Dobbs. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Run for Warren here to start the 3rd. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Completed over the middle. Get some space around midfield. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 26. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a give to Warren, coming right. Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Rodgers off the play action. Taking a chance to the end zone. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. We'll go with a design keeper. Rodgers slides down, and he picks up the 1st.
We didn't try fighting for more and risking a fumble in that situation. Just make sure you get what you need and then go protect yourself. That's exactly what the QB did.
33-yard line.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contest. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness, it's all super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
It's Warren on third down. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers have a first down.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
58. 630.
From the red zone now. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
On second down, Warren. And they find him after just a yard, and it's third down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Jump out! 58! Back one!
From the shotgun, here's Rogers. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
319!
From the gun, into Gainwell. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Blitz coming for Rogers. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Now Rogers on 3rd and goal. Cutting near the goal line. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers put up even more points in a win. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Wilson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, set!
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go, here we go. 33, yellow. Hut, hut.
Shotgun now for Love. And they pick him off again. So we're the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Will take over inside the red zone as he goes out on the return. Steelers started celebrating this win a while ago.
Back 58.
Trying an inside give to Warren. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Blue 58.
On second down, Warren gets it again. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
18.
Now Rodgers on this 3rd and short. Making touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock, it's going to bring up 4th down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
On 4th down, it's Rodgers. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Steelers keep running away with this. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you've got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Wilson with a return here. Good work so far. He's got room. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
Set, ready.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Trying to push deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. Give him 37 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Upping the pace here as the clock continues to run.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Set,
running on 1st here with Jacobs. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's hut.
To the air with Love. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you'll be more interceptions.
He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
On the double.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set, hut.
Jacobs punches it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers putting up points in a game decided. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit. You know what? Good for them there. This one's pretty out of hand, but hey, they're still putting in the effort, still putting up points before heading home today.
How do you eat an elephant, Kate?
Ooh, I love that one. One bite at a time, baby.
1 2-point conversion at a time. 8 points at a time. When you're down this big, that's all you could do on your side is just keep on digging and keep on eating bite by bite.
And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Now 4 seconds left. We've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap.
First down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Steelers.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
Hey, 88, 319.
They're going to pass it here. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Quay Walker in to pick it off. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears, hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win on the road for a couple reasons. Yeah, I do remember. I remember silencing those road crowds. There's no better feeling than to hear, those boos and those cheers and all that noise just silenced because you beat them in their building. You know the other great sound? The plane ride home. Those are some of the greatest memories you have to celebrate that road victory and a whole road trip home to take it all in.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's pretty much all I use, but I could use anybody. Like, I don't care. It don't matter. I just Pittsburgh's pretty much all I use, but I could use I'm gonna have to get back on this a little later. Shit, I got some running around I gotta do.